Hey guys, and welcome to an episode of Cooking with Ash. Today, and a lot of you have probably already seen me make a tiramisu, but we're going to do it again. But this time, step by step. I'm going to tell you what you need. I'm going to have to tell you the process of everything that goes into making a tiramisu. It's so simple. It's actually a really easy dessert to make, and you guys will love it. So, the first thing you guys are going to need is 6 eggs. I have 8 here. I'm only going to use 6. 6 eggs. You're also going to need some dark chocolate. I don't care what type of dark chocolate, as long as it's dark, like 70% cocoa, whatever. It doesn't matter. Dark. Okay, got some dark chocolate. What you're going to need. You can either make the sponge yourself, or you can just buy it like I have, because I'm lazy and it's cheaper to just buy. But this is basically Madeira cake, yeah, from Sainsbury's. Madeira cake. Okay, I've got 3 of these, and we're going to make a nice big one. I'll show you how big. We're going to make one this deep, this big. It's going to be a nice big dessert. Okay, should like feed 8 to like 10 people. Okay, you're all going to need 3 of them roughly. Or if you're going to make a cake, pretty much get that cake tin that I just showed you and bake a cake in it, and then cut it into 3 lengthways. You're going to need mascarpone. This is Italian mascarpone, 500 gram tub of mascarpone. You're going to need one of them. You're going to need Madagascan vanilla, or any other type of vanilla. You can use vanilla pod if you want. You're going to need coffee. Any sort of coffee you want. This really is like just rubbish coffee, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're going to need Madeira. Now this stuff is really nice. It's like a 45 wine, if you like. It's so good. Cork bottle. Oh yeah, it's like a 45 wine. Absolutely delicious. So 19% volume as well, so it's not that strong, but it gives a nice kick. Absolutely delicious. You're going to need ice and sugar. Doesn't matter what kind, just need ice and sugar. First of all, what I want to do is separate my eggs into whites and yolks. You need to keep both. Okay? So grab my bowl. I have 2 bowls guys. Whites, yolks, whites in the big ones, you need to whisk them up. Okay. So yes, my hands are clean, I've washed it before I started. Okay, so I pour it into my hand, let the white slip through my fingers, and then I put the yolk in the other bowl. Simple as. Okay? There really ain't no other way of doing it. Okay? If you don't like the goo, go and buy one of those separators. Yeah, that gets the yolk out, okay? And if you like me, I'm quite particular about getting all the white off as best as I can. Doesn't have to be exact, but hey. Oh, and you might not be able to see, but I've got some eggshell in there. Another trick to get eggshell out is use eggshell. Ta-da! There you have it. The eggshell is out. Simple as. Okay. Now you want to wash your hands. Next, what you want to do is whisk these whites up, big styly. Get them whisked. I'm going to move my eggs out of the way. Start a whisk. So, you want to whisk for about 10 to 15 minutes vigorously. We're trying to make what we call in the industry stiff peaks. It's basically where you pour the solution up and it stays there nice and firm, okay? My head's not in shot. Seriously?
I'm serious. You get from your chin down.
I've just realised that you guys might not have been able to see my face. Don't worry, my face ain't important. What's going on in here is important. Oh yeah, look at the clock. This is the time in the morning, by the way, guys. Oh. Oh man, it does ache. Okay guys, now I just want to show you that this is what we call soft peak. Okay, see how that goes like that? This is soft peak. Okay, soft peaks. This is not quite stiff peak. Okay, it's nearly there, but see how that peak just flops a little bit? I think we're there now, guys. And the one way to tell, if you tip the bowl upside down, it's not falling out. And then when you go like this, it's nice, stiff feeling, it's quite thick, dense feeling. I'll leave that to one side. Next, what you want to do, guys, is get your egg yolks. And you want to add some icing sugar to this. Big tablespoon. Now you want to add a tablespoon for each yolk. That's 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bless you.
Sorry.
It's alright. You also want to get your vanilla. And basically you want to add a teaspoon of this. Teaspoon, small spoon. A full teaspoon, so don't be shy. A couple of extra drops ain't gonna hurt, but just don't throw it in. Okay, that's that. So get your spoon, give it a stir gently, because otherwise the icing sugar will go everywhere. We don't want that. Stir in. If you can reach your kettle, flick it on. Whilst you're mixing this, your kettle's going to be boiling. Once it's all binded together, you can swap to your whisk. Now that your kettle's boiled, get yourself a jug, a small jug, doesn't have to be a big jug, and you want to fill it up to 300 ml. Now whilst that is happening, go ahead and add 2 to 3 teaspoons of coffee. I'm going to go 2 fairly heaped, 1, 2, and maybe just a half, just because I like coffee. But you don't have to go mad. Don't go mad. Give that quick stir and let it cool down. Let it cool down. We don't want to top. Okay, let that cool down. All by itself. Now get back to your yolks and icing sugar. And you're going to mix this up nice and gently for a few minutes. Don't have to go mad until it starts to look like the gooey stuff inside a Cadbury's cream egg, yeah? Nice, sort of semi-runny. Absolutely delicious. Now what you want to do is just leave that for a second. I'm going to grab the closest thing I've got to another bowl. Okay, so I'm going to grab my closest thing that I've got to another bowl. I'm going to add my egg yolkies. Then you want to grab your mascarpone. Take the lid off. And basically just add the whole tub. Squeeze it out. That's it. Let's get all of it. Beautiful. Now it's quite firm. And then you just want to mash this up a little bit. Mix it together. You might want to change to a wooden spoon or something. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, set that to one side. Next, what you want to do, grab yourself a platter, a plate, any old one. I'm using this plastic one with Tigger's face on it because it's brilliant. Here it is, the cheese grater. Grab yourself a couple of blocks of dark chocolate. Start grating that stuff up. And watch your fingers, guys. This could be dangerous. Any stray big bits that you can't quite grate because they're too small but too big? Go in your mouth. That's where they belong. Now you will get chocolatey fingers, guys. Because chocolate melts at what temperature? Body temperature, room temperature almost, or just above. Now, if you don't like dark chocolate, you can use milk, but I recommend using dark.
I don't like dark chocolate usually, it tastes alright.
It does, doesn't it? It's because it's offset by the sweetness of the rest of it. It's weird that, isn't it? You've got the bitterness of the coffee, you've got the sweetness of the mascarpone filling, and then the bitterness again from the dark chocolate, but yet, it's so frigging nice. Now, you want enough chocolate to kind of be able to go and do a couple of layers of chocolate. You'll see what I'll do in a minute. Make yourself about half a bar. I'd say that'd be plentiful. Ow! Remember what I said about watching your fingers? On that note, I think I've got plenty of chocolate here, lots of chocolate. Set that in the fridge. Okay, next step. What you're going to do is get your egg whites. Oh god, what happened there? Get your egg whites and add this to your mixture, mascarpone mixture. And fold it in nice and gently. Now you're going to try and fold this in as gently as possible because you want to keep the air in it. Okay, once that's been thoroughly mixed, again, you can set it aside. Next thing you want to do, get your Madeira. Chocolate. And you want to add 4 or 5 teaspoons. I think that equates to about, let's see, probably, do some math in my head. Let's say, probably 150 mils. I'm going to do 5, because last time I did 4 and I didn't think it was quite strong enough. 5 of them. It's about 3 shots worth, I can imagine. Now really you want to let this cool down as much as possible. So I'm going to stick mine in the fridge for a bit. Okay guys, so now that we've done that and things are in the fridge cooling off, what I'm going to do now is basically cut up and shape up and measure up my sponge, my Madeira sponge. To do that, I'm going to need a knife. Also, don't forget guys to peel off this silly little bit of paper. Okay, so what I'm going to do is basically I'm just going to cut about a centimetre thick slice of sponge. I'm going to lay that in my tin. Kind of measure up how much of this stuff I'm going to need. So 3 slices cover this much. Okay, so now final piece really. Let's just line that little gap with whatever's left of my Madeira sponge. Doesn't have to be perfect. Beautiful. Now the rest I can give to my beautiful, beautiful missus over there. It's bad, I was going to call you my wife. The next thing you want to do is soak this up with coffee. Your coffee mixture. Okay, now go easy though. You don't go mad because you want to save this for all of your layers if you can. Now, don't worry because it will eventually spread and soak throughout. So fear not, young Padawan. And if you draw it up like this, gravity will do its job and start drawing it to the bottom. And this is how a way you could spread it as well, so it soaks up into the rest of the sponge. It's always a good way of seeing as well whether or not you've put too much in. I'm going to go ahead and say that that's a pretty good amount that I've got in there. Not too much, not too little. A couple of dollops of your mixture in there. And just spread some in. Not too much, you can always add more but you cannot take it out. I'm just going to spread this about a little bit. Now it's not quite enough in my opinion, so I'm going to add a little bit more because I can. But I've got to make sure that I've got enough to spread. Now what you want to do is grab your chocolate flakes. Just sprinkle a few of the chocolate bits over the top, like so, and then set that aside again and cut up some more sponge. unfortunate thing, guys, is that you have to let this set for 6 hours to firm up. But I will be back tomorrow morning. We can have a cut into it and I can show you what it looks like on the inside. And we can have a taste test. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So, I'll see you nice and bright and early tomorrow, guys. Ciao for now.
Good morning, people.
Recording.
This is the time. Yes, I am recording. Because inside the fridge is our tiramisu that we made yesterday. And now it needs the finishing touches. The nice tiramisu that we baked yesterday. Not baked, we didn't bake it, we made it. And I also got some chocolate. And basically, now what we want to do is just sprinkle this chocolate all over. Oh yeah.
Can I use a camera?
Not yet.
Can I use a camera?
Oh, just get it on there. Yeah, don't be shy. All around the edges.
Can I? Hello, guys.
Harry wants to be a little YouTube superstar.
He knows how to use a camera.
Yeah. Oh, lots of chocolate. Oh, so good.
We've all got these in a minute.
Oh, nice coating of chocolate right there. That looks so good, guys. I guess now what we can do is cut into it, see what it looks like, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Oh, it feels so good. And it's nice and set now as well, you can feel it. Oh yeah, oh man, it looks so good. I'm going to try and scoop up a piece.
Why?
Oh wow, wowee.
Why say worry?
Because this is awesome.
It's not.
It is awesome. Oh. Oh, this bit should be easy to scoop out.
Chocolate thing. Love that chocolate
Oh.
thing.
Wow, oh, it just falls apart.
Can I have chocolate thing?
Okay, you can kind of see the layers in there.
Can I have chocolate thing?
Oh wow, this is so good. Hold on a minute, Harry. I'm filming as we speak. Oh, I'm gonna have to lick all that off, man. I'm gonna have to.
What?
Because it's so good. So there we have it. I'm eating half of it. Well, a quarter of it. I said this can feed between 8 to 10 people. Not if you're me. That's tiramisu, guys. I'm gonna have to taste test now. We'll see you again soon. And this was Baking with Ash and Sophie. Sophie's not really involved, but she's there. See you later, guys.